Hi everyone, so today we'll be working with day 5 of Spellbinders 12 Days of Stitchmas Advent Calendar. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4, and I've been making tags and we'll continue doing that today. So let's open this up. So I will say originally they did send this item free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and the links I'll have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. So thank you for using this if you would like. It is still available there in the US and the UK, and I think I have it also linked to scrapbook.com if you like to shop there. They also have it there. So we have a little sneak peek, and it looks like we have a little mug with some marshmallows, maybe a little straw or like a cinnamon kind of thing. It looks like a straw or peppermint stick, right? Whatever you want to make from that. So let's open this guy up. Oh, cute. And I had mentioned before that they had this piece to keep your dies in place. So hopefully this is all of them. If not, I'll have to fish them out from down here. But yeah, this piece is glued around the edges so that things don't fall out. So that's good. I remember early on in their first advent calendars, sometimes it would fall out and be down at the bottom. And I didn't realize that, so sometimes I didn't show all the dies, until I found them later. At least that's what I remember. Okay, I'm trying to open this from the side since it's open, but you know what? It's still not coming out. So let's put this stuff to the side, and we'll continue on making our tags today for day 5. So let's see what we have. We have a little something that looks kind of like drippy, right? And you have your mug itself with a little cutaway there. So the color under here can show through there, right? So if you want to make it look like cocoa, or you use the cutaway, you just use that part and put it in, or however you want. And it has like a little tree design that is very cute. We'll give you a measurement in a moment. Again, this can be a cinnamon stick. It can be just like, well, I don't know about a straw because it's a hot drink, right? But it can look like a straw, it looks like, or a peppermint stick, or however, with these accents. And then you have your little marshmallows and a little whip if you want to do that. So a couple different ways, to dress that one up. And I'll give you a measurement on this largest die. It is 2 1/8 by 1 3/4. 1 3/4, 2 1/8. And I think there's an image of this on the back. No, a little example. I guess not. It's the it's a little figgy pudding cupcake. Okay, so forget it. Let's put that back. I thought it was that guy. So now we can see there's going to be a nutcracker at some point and the little cupcake. But I'm going to grab some paper to make our tag and all that, and then we'll address these guys. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry I had a piece cut from the other day. So I've been making tags that are 3 by 4.5 inches. And that's because I wanted it to accommodate this very first die. These are smaller. If you want to make skinnier tags, you can definitely do that. Like I said, I usually do, I think, 2.5 by 4.5 is a nice tag size. I don't know. So anyway, let's trim that off. So I'm just using the previous tag to do that with. And then I've been running them through one of 2 different embossing folders. And I think for this one we'll do the this guy, our little knit. And I have these linked in the description box. They were the July embossing folders. So your standard embossing folder and the 3D embossing folder is what I've been using. But, whatever embossing you like to do, just to give it a little more detail. So I'm going to run that through, and I'll be right back. I will say this one doesn't have a sentiment. If you want to take a sentiment from one of the past little sets, or the ones that are going to come up soon, you can definitely do that. Or no sentiment at all, and that's fine too. Look how cute. Okay, and then I just pop a hole in that for our tag. And I just eyeball that. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have that, and I probably should have just grabbed the pieces I was going to use here, but whatever you want. So I'm going to run this through with something dark brown so it looks like cocoa, right, when we do the inlay one. So then another one like this with the inlay with the color of my mug, and maybe I'll go with red or something bright and cute like that. So again, when you do that, you tape it down so it doesn't move. Run it through. Should we do, I like the whipped cream. Let's do whipped cream and then a little white and red. So some kind of color for the whipped cream, white and red, and that's what I'll do today. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have my pieces here, and just to make it a little more fun, because there's a white background and a lot of white going on, I made the whipped cream out of glitter paper. So that'll be there, and this will be here, and that'll be on top of there, and then this little piece over here. Oh, did I tear that? No. Okay. I'll just glue these guys together so we don't misplace them, but I'm not going to glue anything together until I have my topper piece there stitched up. And let's see if it matters which way this goes. That way, this way. I don't know. I just placed it. So wherever, maybe it goes the other direction. I don't know. Okay. I could have made it red with the white striping and whatever color, or just like brown, a couple brown sticks. That'd be very cute. Okay, so we have that. We have this. And I keep wanting to go with white, but I hardly have any white embroidery floss. So let me think of maybe green. Right, that'd be cute to bring some green up. And I've been using green quite often here. So let me grab that. I actually have the thread here. I just need to put it onto my needle. And I already have this thread separated out in 3 strands. And so let me just get that on my embroidery needle and I'll be right back. Okay, so this one's interesting because we have the little trees, right? There's 3 trees. This way, this way, this way, this way. But if you only do that, you're not connecting these. So I think what I'm going to do is go up the gut, right? Do the side to side, side to side, side to side, and then just stitch back up down the center. Hopefully that'll work. So let's put this here. And I suppose you can connect it as you go. That's another way of doing it. Oh, okay, I don't need all that. Okay, that's just double-sided adhesive, and I just don't take the back off, at least not right now. So again, I mean, you can go down this whole thing, but I'm going to go to the right. Ay, ay, ay. Whenever you have a really long strand, a lot of times it wants to give you little knots. Okay, and then from here, I can go back to the center, which is what I'm going to do. Or, I mean, you can go to this one, go up, go to this one, go up, and then, you know, whatever you want. But this time I'm going to go to the left. And then from here, I can go to the next one down, which is what I'm going to do. Because like I said, I'm going to stitch back up at the end. So there, to the middle. And then from the one on the right to the middle. And I'm sorry, they're cutting my neighbor's palms. If you happen to hear that, that's what that is. I usually do mine in February. So anyway, so now we're in the middle again. So since I'm in the middle, I'm just going to go up to the next middle spot and go to the right or the left, whichever way. And I'll do the same thing with that middle tree, and I'll do the same thing with the other tree on the left there. So back to the middle, because that's what I want to do, but I guess you could cut across and go from that one up, however you want to do that. Going down the one on the left. And now we're here, so I'm going to go to the center one. I mean, you can go to the one center here, but I'm going to crawl up, or I don't know if it's crawling, but let's get that guy in the center. And now in the front here, I'm going to go down this one. And, oopsie. Just let that puppy fly. There we go. Okay, so now we're here. And I can go into the next middle one, not this one. I mean, we just went down it. So this one, I'm going to come up on that one. And doing kind of, what do they call it, back stitch? I forget what this one's called. But anyway, go down that middle one again. That's right under it. And then now to finish off, I'm going to go up this center one. We just came out of here, so honestly, I could go in here and then go up if we want. So I'm going to go out of this one. All you're trying to do is catch every area. So whatever you need to do to get that in each one of these little bits, you can do that. And then that's it. So I'm going to go up here, and that's how I'm going to do all of them. That was my plan. I mean, however you think you should do your trees, do that. So I'm going to do the same thing. If I can get over here without it showing in the back, I'll do that. Like, get up to this one. Oh yeah, it's kind of crossing over here, so it's right above that little circle. And if I wanted to, I could just keep it out of the way. The reason I'm doing that is because sometimes you can see through the little hole, and then you're going to see that there's a thread back there. So why don't we just clip it? Okay, I'll do the same thing. Left, right, you know, and then come up the center. Go to this one, left, right, or however, and come up the center. Okay, guys, that worked up really quick. And it's so cute because when you get your little groove going, it just works out. So I'm at the very last one. I'm going to go from here up to the top. And, you know, I was just thinking, oh, this is my last one. And I was like, oh, you could have done a little French knot at the top of the tree. Or how about switching your embroidery floss out for like yellow or an orangey color. Or, I was going to say gold, but the gold embroidery floss is very thin. And putting a little French knot at the very top. Right? Have like a little tree. Like a little star, should I say? Cute. But anyway, so let's finish this guy off. I'm just going to tie that off in the back here. A little bit. I'm thinking about gluing down this portion to this. This would be really cute in felt. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Just little ornaments. I did felt last year. I thought I did felt both years, but no, the first year I did do paper. So anyway, let me glue this down because from here, you know, we'll do the rest of it. So I'm just choosing a spot. I think that'll be cute. This little guy. Yeah. You know, if you have a little sentiment or something you want to add there, you can definitely do that. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, and then we're going to have this little guy. Super cute. And so this kind of needs to be like in here. And then that little guy, right? So let me think how I want to do this. Okay, we can adhere our little straw to the inside of this piece. Just to kind of hold that a little bit there, right? Sorry about that noise. And then this guy, I'm just going to glue it down. Again, we can leave this piece. You can take it off. If you take it off, you have to really make sure it's burnished down. Most of the time I leave it. The little plastic covering, but anyway. Okay, and then I'm going to put some weight on top of this because I do like this to really stick down nicely all over and get some glue on that thread. Get glue on this guy. Pop that on there. Cute. Okay. I just hold it down for a little bit, just making sure it's where I want it to be, because sometimes when I put some weight on top, if it's not secure, it'll move, and then when you go take it off, you're like, ah, because it was out of place. You know, I'll just put this on here, and this guy. See right there, when you do that, it just kind of moves a little bit, so you want to make sure it's really stuck where you want. Okay, I'll come back in a couple minutes. Okay, guys, so very cute, and then we'll just top it off with this little guy. I can put a little dimension on that. I feel like it's going to be a little higher up than some of these other. Yeah, let's just do that. And then we'll finish this off with a little twine. And I have a red and green twine that'll be perfect for this. So I'll do that. Cute. Do it sideways a little bit. Oh, you know, this, I used it. I was like, oh, that's perfect. It already has adhesive on it, guys. Silly girl. Let me transfer these pieces to this. The little backing came off. That is so funny. I know I was like, oh, this is great. I can just die cut it and use it, but I changed my mind. So I'll be right back. Okay, just got that transferred onto there and right there. Right, there you go. So I will finish that off with a little bit of this, and that is our card for day 5. So thanks for watching, guys, and let me know how you think it's going. I always like to hear your comments and read them and try to respond to them as I can in a timely manner, but sometimes they get away from me, guys, so I'm sorry, but I super appreciate them, and I do see them. All right, so that is today. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, guys, I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links as appropriate in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.